Today I'm making raspberry pie with fresh raspberries from the garden. Welcome to Cozy Baking Day. Let's make the ultimate raspberry pie together. Welcome to a space where the world moves a little slower. From quiet morning walks to the scent of fresh bread and the rhythm of the needles. Let's find the beauty in the simple things together. Make yourself at home. I was out doing some gardening this morning when I discovered that the raspberries are so ripe that every time you touch the bush they'll just fall off. So I decided quite quickly there's time to do something about that. So I got myself a jar and went off picking. We have raspberries several places in our garden, and some are big, some are small, and these were all here before we moved in. So I tend them minimally, but they still give us plenty of raspberries every year. Usually, when I'm out in the garden, one or both of my cats will join me, and today, Bagheera was the one to make an appearance. To make this pie crust, this is plain flour, about 2.5 cups worth. I add about 1/2 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I stir it well and then I put it aside while I get some butter straight from the fridge, and I dice it up, not very accurately, but small cubes. And it's important that the butter is not softened, it should be chilled straight from the fridge. Once the butter is diced, I add it to the flour mix, and usually if you have a kitchen blender or something you can use that. I just prefer to use my hands. It does soften the butter a bit, but it usually turns out alright. So do that just until the dough has formed a bit firm lumps. Once it's sticking together a little bit, I add probably 6 tablespoons of ice cold water, bit by bit, until the dough has the right texture. It should be all sticking together into one dough, but also not be too sticky. Right, now it's time to cover the dough in plastic, put it in a Ziploc bag and in the fridge for at least 1 hour to rest before you roll it out. I sprinkle my surface with plain flour before I roll it out, and again, don't knead the dough, don't try to make it warm and soft and pliable like you would with a yeast-based dough. And in this clip you'll see a bit later on, I didn't really add enough flour to the surface and it was sticking, but I just managed to pick it up and put it into the pie dish. Here, I've done rolling it out and I got this pie dish where the base comes out. Super useful when you want to take the pie out. You can see here that the base, the dough is sticking to the surface, but I kept on going and I found a spot I could lift it, so I got it done. Right, so the base of the pie dough is in, and I'm just putting the rest of the dough together so I can use that to make the lid later on. For the pie filling, in the bowl I already have some granulated sugar, and then I'll be adding some lemon, less than half a lemon's worth. I'm rolling the lemon to make the juice come out a bit easier, and I find that quite a handy tip. Then I'm adding some cinnamon to the pie filling, about maybe a teaspoon or a bit less, and then some maizena. Sometimes you can use tapioca powder to thicken the mix a bit, so you don't have such runny filling when you cut the pie. And then the raspberries. I did go through them quite well earlier, and I rinsed them, and they smell delicious. But I'm going to look through them a little bit now as well to make sure I don't have any really bad ones or any bugs that I didn't see earlier. There was only a few, 4 or 5, that I didn't want to pop in the pie. Then I mix the filling well without mixing too much. I mean, the raspberries are going to break up anyway, but I don't want to have just like a mush as such. So I mix it until all the sugar is mixed in well. Whoop, and in the pie dish it goes. This mixture smells heavenly. Now when I'm making the lid, I'm pouring out a bit more flour than I thought I needed earlier, and I'm also coating the rolling pin in it so that doesn't stick to the dough. And even though it's still summer, I got some of my fall cookie cutters out to make some holes in the pie dish. So these are mini mushrooms. Now let's see if this one lifts off better than the bottom. And it does. Oh, that's going to be great. Let's have a look if it fits well and if I got the cookie cutter holes in the right positions. Ooh. The pie dough broke a little bit, but I'll probably fix that by putting the mushroom cutouts on top. Voila, the pie is done. My kitchen smells of raspberry and it's cinnamon and it's lovely. The filling did bubble over in the oven and spill a bit, so in some places it was stuck because, it acts like glue and it's very hard, like the caramelized sugar and raspberry. But it wasn't too bad, it was only one spot really. And the loose bottom of the pie dish was a little bit stuck. Oh, but I got it out, and this makes for such a much easier way to cut the pie. And there we are, one raspberry pie ready to be sliced and eaten. Happy Sunday! Before you go, please let me know in the comments what is your absolute favourite summer pie. I'd love to hear your ideas. And if you enjoyed spending this cozy day in the garden and kitchen with me, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!